You ever have that feeling where you know exactly what you want, but you're just stuck? Like you can see the destination, but you have no idea how to get there? Well, the sources we're diving into today have this fascinatingly simple technique that might just be the map you've been looking for. Let's get right into it.
All right, so what is the best manifesting technique out there? I mean, that's a huge question, isn't it? So many of us are clear on our desires, but that next piece, the how, feels totally out of reach. It's kind of like you've been told about this amazing party, but nobody gave you the address.
And that really is the heart of the matter. Knowing what you want, that's the easy part, the fun part. The real work, the part that trips most of us up, is the creation process. Actually turning that idea floating in your head into something real you can experience. But what if I told you there's a simple formula to bridge that exact gap? That's what our sources are pointing to, a powerful, super straightforward equation for turning what you want into what you have. And boom, here it is. It looks almost too simple, right? Clarity plus emotion equals results. This little equation is the entire foundation. But the magic isn't just knowing the formula, it's knowing how to use it. So let's break this down. Okay, first up, clarity. The big idea here is that getting laser focused and crystal clear is what gives your desire its power. Think of it like this. A vague wish is like scattered sunlight, kind of weak and all over the place. But a super clear, specific vision, that's like a magnifying glass focusing that sunlight into one powerful beam that can actually create some heat. So how in the world do we actually build that clarity and then mix in the emotion? Well, our sources offer up this brilliant exercise, writing out your perfect day. This is where all that theory becomes something you can actually do. This is where the rubber meets the road. And the process itself is awesome. It's actually fun. You're basically going to write a fictional letter, almost like a diary entry from your best possible future self. You'll fill it up with all the rich details of what your perfect day looks, sounds, smells, and feels like. And the number one rule? Forget logic. The goal is just to chase what feels really, really good. And to really build that clarity we were talking about, you've got to get specific. I mean, what's the very first thing you do when your eyes open? What does your breakfast actually taste like? Who are the people you're laughing with? The more you can really immerse your senses in these details, the more real and the more powerful it all becomes. Now, let's move on to that second crucial part of our formula, emotion. And I absolutely love the name our sources give this. They call it the yum yum factor. This is the secret sauce, the ingredient that really makes the whole thing work. Because at the end of the day, emotion is the language your subconscious mind understands. It's what makes a plan feel real. This is such a perfect example of the difference. On the left, you have a logical goal. It's fine, but it's kind of flat. But look at the right, a vision packed with feeling. You can almost feel that energy, that respect, that fulfillment. That is the yum yum factor in action. It's the difference between looking at a boring blueprint and walking into a beautiful, fully furnished home. Now, this quote right here is everything. The real power of this method, and maybe what makes it the best manifesting technique for so many, is that it gives you permission to throw logic out the window. Stop worrying about how it's going to happen. Just focus completely on what feels amazing. Let yourself dream. So let's just tie this all together. That deliberate, intentional focus on all the little details that make you feel absolutely incredible, that is the yum yum factor. When you can write your perfect day letter and read it back and it just makes you smile, makes you feel all warm and fuzzy, that's when you know you've nailed it. You've perfectly combined clarity and emotion. And now it's your turn. We've talked about the problem, we've got the simple formula, and we've walked through the exact steps. The whole point of the perfect day technique is to build a vision that's so clear and infuse it with so much good feeling that your brain starts to believe it's real. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to really think about. Forget about the how, forget about any limitations for a minute, and just ask yourself, what does my perfect day truly feel like? Seriously, give this a shot. You might be absolutely amazed at what you come up with.